Chapter 5, The Invention of Theater. The director of an early childhood center asked in a recent letter, "Where has the dramatic play gone? My teachers claim it is too hard, and they shy away from it. They like to plan projects which do have a place, but which are somehow disconnected from where the children are. They keep interrupting the curriculum the children have for themselves. I've started bringing my tape recorder into the classroom so I can get down some of this hidden curriculum to study with my staff." In the 1970s, after many years of teaching, I too began to use a tape recorder in order to listen more carefully to what the children said. Before long, the transcriptions resembled stage directions. "Pretend you're reading Red Riding Hood," Jilly says, handing me the book. "Not really reading?" "No, pretend you're really reading, and I'm really pretending." Later in the doll's corner, Jilly explains herself further. "You be the mother," she tells Cora. "You have to come with me in case there is a wolf." First, we see the hunter, Cora decides. He already banged at the wolf. "But you didn't tell me, don't talk to the wolf." "No, see, this is the first real way it goes. The wolf sees the mother, and so he runs away." When Jilly asked me to pretend to read Little Red Riding Hood, she was anticipating what was to take place in the doll corner. She and Cora would not merely copy a familiar tale, but would be imagining a piece of theater that precedes the printed version. For the next several days, they experimented with flashbacks and fast forwards, including an episode in which Red Riding Hood is a baby whose very bossy mother does not allow her to go into the forest. "No, no, no, Baby Red, you're too young for a forest. Lie down in your crib." This particular class, which I described in Bad Guys Don't Have Birthdays in 1988, spent a good part of the year reinventing characters as babies. There were Baby Superman, Baby He-Man, Baby Skeletor, in addition to Baby Red Riding Hood and Baby Cinderella. It was a rare hero who was not transformed into a baby. Why would one group of children devote so much time to baby superheroes? I had recently seen a production of Bernard Shaw's Man and Superman, in which the birth of a future hero is longingly anticipated. Once again, I was struck by the common wellspring shared by great works of literature and children's fantasy play. The recent past as babies and the present fantasies of superhero status meet in a variety of imagined roles. Whatever pattern a small group within a class developed in its play, it took time to spread the word that something new was beginning. However, if the ideas could be incorporated into a dictated story, acted out before the entire class, then the sense of full participation came across. In play, it might sound like this. "See, now Superman is just starting, so everyone is always surprised. Like we say, 'Oh, I didn't know I could fly like that, okay?'" Translated into theater, the narrative could be slowed down. "Once there was a baby Superman, and his mother told him not to crawl because pretty soon he'd be flying. But he said, 'I'll just crawl until I get bigger.' Soon the story was ready to be propelled by a new plot device. 'Give me the magic potion to make me fly,' one could hear on the playground. 'No, wait, first you give me the wrong potion and I die, and then you find the right one and I come alive.' The debate over details seemed endless, which is the point made by a friend who teaches a class that combines kindergarten and first grade. 'Whenever I have to concentrate on reading with the sixes,' she writes, 'the highly imaginative curriculum devised by the fives suffers through lack of time.' Good play and the sort of talk that follows take time and deep thought. There are no shortcuts. The early practicing of reading is not a good trade-off, in my view. I'd prefer to keep the fives and their special social curriculum alone." Her emphasis on social curriculum interested me, for although I have long followed the dramatic persona of classroom theater, the drama is not disconnected from the distinctive social imperative played out on the kindergarten stage. Here, the children have a clear view for the first time of the pecking order in school society. For these insights and others, the kindergarten year can be an exceptionally productive period, the culmination of years of early social observations and fantasy play. By kindergarten, children have the added patience, experience, and vocabulary with which to carry the plot and the characters to places they have never been before and to apply what they now know to their social relationships. The children in my kindergarten, for example, in order to help Eric avoid the bad guy role in the doll corner, create a dad hunter who is bitten by a wolf and becomes wolf-like in strength. "Someone has to be the wolf," Red Riding Girl said, putting on the red velvet cloak. "I'm not the bad guy," argued Eric in a vest and tie. "You're really the dad hunter, but you pretend." Huge teeth. like a wolf. See, it bited me so my teeth got stronger like a wolf. Urgh. Months later, I heard about a movie with a similar plot and called Eric's mother. No, I'm sure Eric doesn't know a thing about the movie, she said. He's not been to any movies yet, and we don't have a television set. When I described Eric's doll corner character with teeth, stronger like a wolf, she laughed. He's quite fanciful on his own. We read Jack and the Beanstalk to him and his sister last night, and right away Eric changes the story to be about a giant's wife and her baby who grows up to be a good giant after he kills the bad giant. When I suggested that he do the story about the killing part, without the killing part, he answered with a bravado, "We're not used to, no can do." He said, "Does that come from school?" "Probably it does. It's the children's curriculum, you know. Does it matter if children do not spend time as Eric and his sister do, playing up and down the fantasy ladder? Could we not just read the storybook and organize a dramatization, handing out roles to play? Is there a difference when children play out their own interpretations and then evolve them further as a classroom theater?" Questions such as these can fuel a teacher's curiosity and personal research, for the answers are printed nowhere. They can be found only in the individual classroom as children invent the process, and the teacher acts the part of the Greek chorus and amnesis. I don't know what that word means. "Eric, before, when you had teeth as strong as a wolf, did you become a different person?" I asked. "I wasn't too strong," Eric said. "I was only a little bit too strong. A dad can't be that strong, except sometimes he can." These are philosophical issues, and as is the case with most serious theater, are subject to reinterpretation whenever the role is played. Anyway, I was only pretending, you know. He looks at me quizzically. "Oh, sure, I know. I meant, did you become a pretend different person?" It is clear that my question struck a false note, reminding me that we are always on the periphery of the children's world. Yet our clumsiness is forgiven by the children when they see that we respect their play enough to wonder what happens next.